The UFC heavyweight division's completely cooked, and it's time we did something drastic about it. Straight up. This is supposed to be the peak of the sport, the baddest man on the planet, and right now it's a lineup of ghosts, retirees, and blokes who can't make it through a round without poking someone in the eyes. It's embarrassing. It's not just bad, it's terminally doomed. We've got a sus champion, no clear contender, half the rankings are blokes who've been inactive for years, and the rest are gassing out mid-walkout. It's become a bad joke, and I'm not laughing. UFC 321 was supposed to be a showcase of the heavyweight division. Tom Aspinall versus Ciryl Gane, the two most athletic and jacked heavyweights of our era. Alexander Volkov versus Jailton Almeida, the Ivan Drago of the UFC, seeking redemption and a comeback arc of legends, overcoming bad judging and disappointment. Almeida, this unstoppable lab experiment grappling freak who's taking down everyone and snatching up submissions. Instead, we get a no contest, double eye poke disaster in the main event, a sloppy snooze fest between Volkov and Almeida with a questionable set of scorecards, and an embarrassing cringe fest between Hamdi Abdel-Wahab and Chris Barnett, with Barnett showing his cheeks to the world, and Hamdi Abdel-Wahab somehow lowering his stocks with a 30-27 win over Chocolate Pepper Pig. So, yeah, the crown jewel of combat sports, it's an absolute dumpster fire. But don't worry, boys, I've got a plan. Let me cook here. Let's fix this division before it's too late, lest it be for eternity. Let's punch on. All right, boys, here's the punch on's plan to rescue heavyweight and sort this shit out for good. Step 1, we need an undisputed champion without bullshit attached to him. Rebook Tom Aspinall versus Ciryl Gane immediately. No politics, no 6-month break, no interim bullshit. Get him back in there ASAP. December, under Marab versus Jan 2, or January, co-main event of Ilia Topuria versus Paddy Pimblett. Neither of these blokes took real damage, so there's no excuses to hang out for another 6 months. Winner is the undisputed champ. Loser, absolutely done for now. No rematch, no media tour, no excuses. Just fight again and end the limbo. We've been sitting in this darkness for too long. Phase 2. Find a legit number 1 contender. We need a clear next man up. Alexander Volkov has quietly earned it. He's never exciting, but he turns up, does the job, and just keeps winning. So I reckon we should match Volkov up with the winner of Ante Delija and Waldo Cortez Acosta. If Ante Delija wins, the UFC are probably looking to fast track him anyway. Fine, let's make it mean something. If Cortez Acosta wins, who cares? Chuck him in there anyway. Even though he's lost to Pavlovich, he's still a new name in the mix. Speaking of Pavlovich, he's currently floating around in outer space. He's lost to Volkov decisively, lost to Tom Aspinall, and I reckon he'd lose to Ciryl Gane as well. Let's find Sergey Pavlovich a proper fight. Maybe give him Alex Pereira if he's actually moving up to heavyweight. That fight would sell itself. And Jon Jones, forget it. He's not in this equation anymore. He's not active. He's just tweeting his Bible verses from his super yacht. The sport has moved on from Jon Jones. If Alex Pereira does come up to heavyweight, then the UFC needs to decide early. Either he gets a title shot straight away, or make him earn it with 1 win in the division like he did when he came up to light heavyweight. If he needs 1 win, then give him Pavlovich or Volkov. Either way, Pereira will bring more buzz than anything we've had at heavyweight in years. Phase 3, cut the deadweight. I'm sorry, but it's time for a major heavyweight spring cleaning. This is the ugly part, but it's gotta happen. Cut the guys who are cooked. Chris Barnett can barely make it up the steps into the octagon. Tai Tuivasa is fun, but he's morbidly obese and hasn't won since 2021. If he can squeeze through the cage door, maybe let him fight Barnett and we'll call it a farewell party. Marcin Tybura, the Tafa brothers, Marcos Rogerio de Lima, thank you for your time, fellas. You've done your rounds, let's move on. We need new faces, we need killers in the sport. We can't keep recycling the same blokes who gas out halfway through their ring walk and don't know how to check a kick. Let's free up some capital by removing these guys from the roster. Out with the old, in with the new. Phase 4, bring in real athletes. The UFC's worth billions. Start acting like it. Put up some proper coin and start recruiting heavyweights from other sports. NRL, NFL, basketball, rugby, whatever. Pay these freak athletes to come and punch faces instead of tackling guys. And if you can't find new names, well, pull a few out of the light heavyweight graveyard. Alexander Rakic, Dominic Reyes, Johnny Walker, even Yuri Prohaska. There's still something there. Give them a reason to move up. Hell, run a $1 million heavyweight tournament like they do in the PFL. Make people care about this division again. Make heavyweight great again. Phase 5. Build the next wave. There's talent out there. Look at these guys. Kennedy Nzechukwu, Vitor Petrino, Brando Perisic, Volta Walker, Mario Pinto, Taliesin Teixeira, Rizvan Kuniev, and Ante Delija. Plus there's more. And some of these guys can actually fight. But the UFC needs to not throw them to the wolves too early. Match them up smart. Let them rise over the fossils. Give them the names we're sick of seeing in main events. Blades, Lewis, Pavlovich, Almeida, and let the new wave of contenders eat. That's how you rebuild depth in this division. If the UFC actually did half of that stuff, heavyweight could be thriving by this time next year. But we all know what'll really happen. Tom and Gane will fight again in 8 months. There'll be another bullshit foul, another no contest. Volkov hugs someone for another 15 minutes, and Jon Jones tweets about Jesus while doing rack off a midget's chest on his super yacht. So, here's the current doom index reading for the heavyweight division. Severe doom. This division's been cursed for years. Eye pokes, fake retirements, contract disputes, injuries, no direction. Heavyweight is on life support. If you care about heavyweight MMA, start calling it out. Spam the UFC socials, demand real fights, real contenders, real champions. Because this isn't the heavyweight division we grew up on. This is bullshit. The heavyweight division is an absolute shadow of its former self. It's bullshit. And I'm done pretending it's fine. It's time for the fans to put pressure on the UFC. We've seen enough nonsense. We want violence, clarity, activity, and a champion who actually defends. That's how we break the curse. That's how we save heavyweight MMA. But what do you guys reckon? Was Tom getting exposed by Ciryl Gane before the eye poke? Is Ciryl Gane one of the most cooked fighters of all time? Or is he just another one of Dana White's golden boys with Dana White privilege? Can you see a path out of the fog for the heavyweight division? Drop your take in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe to Punch-Ons while you're at it. Punch-Ons out.